get the meeting going here, and we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Pretty sad.
What's that?
The flag looks a little sad.
The coat rack is great. That's like an antique, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's quite a structure.
I like the coat rack. It's like an antique.
We should probably move it like someplace else.
Away from the flag, maybe, no?
Well, I asked them to actually bring the one that was downstairs in the other room up here, because I'm like, well, we don't have a flag up here. So, then we have the coat rack. Let's see, Pledge of Allegiance. Can I get an approval of the last month's minutes?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Creed. Let's see, I don't think we have anyone here for privilege of the floor. Mike, did you have any news to share from the development office?
No, nothing on my end.
Alrighty. Do we have a lot of applications coming up for the next round?
No, actually, I think there was 11 and one we rejected. One is being done administratively. I think it's down to 7 or 8.
Okay, sounds good. We don't currently have any referrals from the town board. But I do want to mention that they do have another town hall coming up in June. And let's see, I think it's the 21st or 22nd. I'd have to look. Someplace around there. It's on a Monday. But anybody's welcome to go in and talk about whatever they would like. So I just thought I'd mention that. Ordinance, they're like working through quite a number of different sections of code right now. I know they just did a stormwater one that they passed up to the planning board. But I can't remember what they're supposed to be talking on this next month, so I apologize. But if you're interested, I can look into that. The agendas don't come out that much in advance of the meeting. They're in Civic Plus now. So if you can go into if you want to find those, if you go to the town website and you look for where the agendas are for the town board, the ordinance committee's in that same Civic Plus link. So, so is finance and planning and public works. Those are all available in the same place. So, sorry about that. I just don't know. And I think we're up to referrals. Did anybody get a chance to go visit any of them?
We looked at all of them.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, we'll start with the first one. I don't think we have anybody online other than Mike.
What's the address on the one? Because I'm working from my phone, so it's hard for me to see.
No, that's okay. I did share it, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen, but
Okay.
oh, it's okay. All right.
I'll go to it. 1 second. It is 5445 Wells Curtis.
Wells Curtis. Okay, let's see.
If you want to talk about it, what you guys saw.
This is the.
I guess the biggest problem was that it was longer than, it's not wide enough for the.
Right, the two those two lots are going to be more than 2.5 times long as they are wide, which under the town code you can't do if it's more than 3 acres. So they put in a waiver from that law. So that's about, other than that, I don't know what they're planning in the future with this, but it seemed pretty straightforward. except for those, two sizes of the lots.
And then what was that thing that with the, what was it, the wording there, the conservation analysis? Was that just a preliminary thing to do, or because
Yeah,
it's adjacent to the creek?
Yes, and just in case they do want to develop eventually, they want to make sure that some of that land is protected. So that's what they did the analysis.
It's on the right screen. The agenda, if we were talking about it earlier, the meeting stuff looks different now, and so I'm struggling a little bit with it. But Pat, do you know if there's plans for people to build on that?
Well, the property is owned by a father and son who wanted to split it as equally as possible between each other. And I believe the parents or the father and mom are planning to build a residence. And then their son eventually, so those will be closer to the road, when they do happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because that big gully is way in the back, but they're gonna be at the road, and that new fire code with the 500 feet driveway and the water and all that, people will be pulling things closer to the road than that.
What is that new code? You can't.
Well, Mike knows, I think it's if you're greater than 500 feet from the road, you have to run it, is it like a private hydrant, Mike?
You have to have a hydrant and a turnaround for the emergency vehicles.
Yeah, so it's new.
So that's even more than the turnaround that they were having to do previously.
So it's a fire thing,
Yeah.
If you have municipal water,
I believe so.
okay, because
I don't know how they doing with wells, there's still other things
Right.
that you have to do
if you
as
have
well.
a pond or.
Yeah, a pond, or you have to be able to contain water or something, so.
I have a pool.
Mike knows all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mike can fill us in.
We had that situation over on Seneca Point Road when Roy's was trying to do a campground, and
Right.
his plant. Yeah.
I remember that. plan.
Yeah, and his campground, they said, well, if this goes through, you've got to have a hydrant down there. And he said, well, how am I going to do that? They said, you either have to dig a well or you're going to have to put in a pond, and we're going to have to be able to take from it. So, yes, they want that.
Yeah,
So we have
so that's a big old gully.
big
right
old
there.
gully.
Yeah.
I know when I did the detail report, it talked about 35 to 80% slope and
Oh, yeah.
exposed rock, so-
It's very, I've hiked it many times.
Yep, yep.
Sarah Linda's took guides hikes down through there.
Oh, okay.
So if you consider they're gonna build on the front.
Closer to
Yeah,
the.
so like the narrowness of the lots is not all that much narrower
It's,
than.
the lot is already non-compliant with the width and the length, so
Yeah, it's gonna be
it's
narrow
gonna
like,
be anyway,
yeah.
they're just splitting it down the
How
middle.
much is that road frontage?
I don't know. We were good with it though, I think.
Yeah, it was so like 200 or.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I would love for them to see if they could put like a conservation easement on the back half.
Wouldn't that be, yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see them like go into the trees or anything like
Yeah,
that.
because it's all,
Definitely-
that front section's all scrub brush.
It looks pretty clear when you look at it on
Yeah.
Encore too.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got a lot of mold.
Yeah, it's just abandoned.
It looks like most of the houses are not in it anyway, or
Yeah.
at the edge of it,
Yeah,
on the road there.
so yeah, definitely if they can stay up close to the road, that would be wonderful.
So you mentioned a waiver as opposed to being granted a variance. What's the distinction?
Most people do those things.
The waiver just goes to it goes right to the planning board, and they can just say, yeah, you don't need to worry about this, or no, you have to go get your variance. So they can make that decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a way to avoid a variance.
Yeah.
Well, in this instance, because of the configuration of the lot.
Yeah. But I think if they stay up in the
Yeah.
closer to the road,
should be
I-
fine.
I have no issues.
Yeah, we talked about that with it, right now, if this is okay, and then we'll probably have to deal with it again if they go to
When they
build on it.
build, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not doing that now, right?
Right.
Not right now.
I mean, would they be warned that the back half is gonna be off limits?
Well, the slopes, and this is actually in the strategic forest protection area.
Mm-hmm.
You got the blue line stream back there, so all the NRI features in the slopes. That would make it very
Yeah.
challenging at best for them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna push them forward to the road.
Yeah. So, but, any other comments?
No.
So, yeah, actually, I noticed, Mike Murphy had a comment in there from the, he was talking about, conservation subdivision. And I know Kristen had originally talked to me about that, and they were reading the conservation subdivision code and saying that they might have to go through that process for this. And then they said, no, they came back and told me no. But I do have to say, the conservation subdivision code is hard. It really is. I've tried looking at it a couple of times and figuring out different things, and it's got a lot of good stuff in there, but I wish it was a little simpler to understand.
And its purpose is to incentivize smaller lot sizes, allow smaller lot sizes while having this protected
And
area.
protected areas, yeah.
More of a multi-lot subdivision, like,
Yeah, but there's.
And then
these are just
keep
two
green
primary,
areas,
yeah.
open green.
But there was a part in that where, in the subdivision code, it said something about NRI features and bigger than like, 3 acres or something like that, it would kick to like conservation subdivision code.
maybe there's a way to look into it for it to be less confusing to the reader.
Yeah,
Maybe just that section of code could be, you know, not simplified,
I think it would be nice even for developers to understand that better, cause maybe they could
Mhm.
apply it. I mean, things like this, you know, nobody's ever gonna, or should ever
We
build in that back half.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
I hope not.
but, yeah, so, I just thought I would mention it, and I think that's where you were reading the conservation
We're looking at
analysis.
that, cause I know as you move down further, where the Perrin development was there, back in there, all those houses are right on the edge of the gully.
Mhm.
So, but that would be I know they're talking about looking at different sections of the code this year. And that's a part that I wish was easier to apply,
Mhm. Yeah,
so. So if anybody has any ideas or wants to take a look at it, we can always do that. So, any other things before I move along? Sorry, I'm squinting a lot today because I'm kind of like in between my two different glasses right now. And so the next one, Mike, is it's 4243 State Route 21.
Right, okay, so, they wanna build a pole barn, they wanna make it into a residence. And Keister Road used to run back through there. And now the way and then it was, they decommissioned that road. But the way that lot is set up, the lot line is right on the edge of Keister Road. So they want to keep that driveway there because it's already packed in. But they need to have a 10-foot variance for that. The other issue is they are doing some work back there in the wetlands, and that's, you know, like the road that they already have in place goes through the wetlands.
Yeah, I
So,
noticed that. I wonder
yeah,
what-
that's an issue too.
But the road is pre-existing, correct?
Yes, yeah, it used to be Keister Road.
And they're just going to use what's already existing in the existing curb cut and all of that stuff?
Exactly.
Well, the road's all the way in, all the way to the barn,
Yeah.
cause I walked all the way back to the barn, to the.
Yeah.
And I think there was a question about the septic, and, cause that, I was looking at the map, I said, that's a big pond, huge pond.
Yes. Yep.
I was gonna say, it's almost a lake, it's big. It's actually really nice back there. Not wooded enough for me.
And it says that they're turning it into a residence, Mike?
Yeah, they wanted to turn that pole barn into a home. But even when I look at Encore, I don't see that pole barn in there, and this is from 2024, so.
Yeah,
It looks pretty new,
I didn't see it either, so I was wondering as well.
that's why I walked back there, cause I was like,
Well, pole barn, yeah.
yeah, and I walked back there, I'm like, oh, wow, this is really nice.
Well, you can go back through the photos and see when it was. How many years worth of photos do we have?
Goes back to 2006. It stayed pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Was that barn built recently, Mike?
I'm not sure. That's why I was confused when he said he was turning the pole barn into a home, and I said, "Where's the pole barn?" So he may have gotten.
That's why I walked right there.
So where is the barn on that?
It's right back in the back,
Wait a
This
minute.
this corner?
right there, yeah, right there.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
That must be new then. I don't know if I didn't see it come through our office, so.
It may not have. It may have gone right to building if it was agriculture.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. Yep.
It's like
Oh,
a
because
storage
it's an ag-
barn, maybe
oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a storage
I
barn
think so.
initially.
Yeah, cause it's got a big sliding door on it.
Ah,
Because they can bypass a lot of the normal
Yeah,
planning
yeah.
process.
Yeah.
yeah, it can,
Very
yeah.
clever.
Well, Travis would
Now
never
they
do
can-
that.
But now it's gonna be a residence.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
So where is the wetland?
Back,
The map has the wetland line.
Closer to 21, the west wetland area.
it was about a quarter of the way down. It was quite wet, and they had a pipe there, and the water was running through it pretty good clip.
Well,
Well,
Yeah,
not wet lately.
There's.
yeah, that's the thing, you know, how do you know what's wet and what's,
and I remember looking at this, there's like a slope here, so it's probably wet through there.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, there was actually a little ponding area there.
Okay.
So what's the variance again? There?
The variance was for the road driveway, right, Mike?
Yes, they need 10 feet from the property line to have a driveway, but that driveway that they're going to use is right on the property line.
I don't have a problem because it's a pre-existing thing
Yeah, it's
myself.
already there.
Yeah, I know, it's there.
Yeah. I feel the same way, it's already there.
Yeah.
I don't have
Open
a,
it up and starting again, yeah.
yeah. They've already got a curb cut, I remember them saying that in the PRC.
So it's a continuation of Keystone Road.
Yeah.
I think there was just a question about the septic in relationship to the pond.
That's right on a slope, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not particularly
Right, well,
good.
that was the
There's
thing.
gonna be a ton of algae in the pond before too long.
I don't know how deep the pond is.
So you would like them to rethink the,
I think they have room to
Yeah, they
go
have.
back farther,
let's
make more separation between the pond and the septic. Just another
okay,
little angle, they ought to consider it anyway, because
okay.
it's, groundwater moves, it doesn't just sit there.
It depends on the system, if they use one of those evaporative systems.
Well, you can't use an evaporative
It should be in the
system
details.
here.
It should be in the details, the type of
There's-
septic, right?
yeah, there's not enough evaporation
There should be
in this
something.
climate. You can't do a sewer pond here.
There's a lot of notes here.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot,
didn't
there's a lot of
understand that
notes there.
stuff,
It was
though.
like,
There are.
Yeah.
got to be, my head was like.
Well, we can definitely suggest that they.
Well, yeah, I would ask them to consider the location of it and think about moving it farther away from the pond.
Okay,
That's,
that seems fair.
because the groundwater movement, and that's a fairly steep slope down to the pond.
Right.
It's not,
Okay.
not gradual, and there's not a lot of separation.
I think that in the notes, there was something about how far was the septic from the pond.
Mhm.
I think
But
that
some
was
of
a
that's
question.
vertical. Remember the picture? Yeah, I mean, it's, they've got room to move it, they really, you
There's
know,
plenty
it's
of
not
land
like it's limited
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah, you're right.
location.
Well, is there code regarding that? So it's a leach field, your concern is too close to
Well,
the lake or the
I
pond?
think they have options that they're not, you know,
Yeah.
it
Of
would
course, they
hurt.
don't wanna go uphill with it too much either. You don't
Well,
wanna
you're not going to, I don't think.
So do they have a well here?
be,
Or is
there's
this-
gonna be,
The
from what
well
I,
would have to be
Well, I
there
think
is a
they got-
regulation for
I
how
think
far away the
right.
I
well
think
has
it's
to
gonna
be.
run city water.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, okay.
I think
All right.
that's,
Is that
I
the
think I
water
saw
line?
municipal
If
water.
there's a blue line, it might be a
I
water
see.
line.
Yeah.
Is it a water line? Okay.
There used to be city water back there.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
Okay.
doesn't the water
Yeah.
run from the,
that's water.
Okay, so
well, they
that's fine.
probably, well, there's the tanks are up on the
Yeah.
hill there.
Yeah.
There's water.
So they give some more.
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about that one, but but they've got all that space, it would be a good job to move back.
Okay.
It won't be easy.
Very good. Any other comments? It's really tucked back there.
Yeah, it's, I was a ways back, I was like walking, I didn't see anything, I was like, oh. Yeah, it looks like brand new.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was probably the plan in the beginning, was to put a pole barn and convert it to a house.
Yeah, cause the side, it had real nice, siding on it, wasn't T-111 or anything.
Yeah, it seems suspect.
Yes, that's camel's nose under the tent.
Yeah. And there was the issue with the electric lines that the
The
neighbor
neighbor
had.
wasn't, the neighbor wasn't happy
With the
about
poles.
something with RG&E, right?
Oh, yeah, there was something with that, I think
There was a letter.
there was a letter, yeah.
So is this the property right behind where you go to the pump station for water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Probably would be nice if they did something with their roof drains, that they just didn't like chuck them to the pond. So a French drain or something
Yeah,
like that
something like that would be a
would
good
be-
idea.
would be nice.
It's not like we haven't had some belly washers in the last few years.
And nonstop rain since their snow melted.
Yes. Can't get my garden tilled.
No.
It's small.
Yeah.
Plant rice, yeah.
Rice.
New egg zone.
They have a dry land rice,
I have grown it.
a dry rice.
Yeah, the upland rice, it works.
When I was in Fiji, that they grow it there. It's,
Yeah.
I guess North or South Korea's got a
Yeah.
farm there that they grow. I'm like, wow, they don't need a swamp to do it.
No,
Really?
it's just a
Have
different,
to look it up.
Yeah,
different
I
type.
didn't know anything about it until I was there, and I'd start asking some questions. And
Cool. Any other comments for them? They're really tucked back there, I mean, are they in the scenic view shed, Mike? I can't remember.
overlooks the.
No, I don't think they are.
Okay,
That's you should, yeah.
All you have just has a view of the pond, which is kind of part of the.
that's all good.
Pretty neat back there. I didn't go, but it's probably pretty neat back
It's
there, huh?
really,
I couldn't believe how
I
big
used
that
to ride
pond
dirt
was.
bikes back there.
It was almost like,
Yeah,
I see the map like that, and you're like, oh, it's just a little pond, and I'm like,
no, it's
Yeah.
big, yeah.
And it feeds into the giant monster. Oh, that is the edge of it, isn't it? The large
Yeah, that, we were just looking at
pond
it.
that's there.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
A lot of water.
It's a big pond.
I wonder what the purpose of it was, how it was constructed.
Oh, the pond,
Yeah.
that was there. That's where it feeds down, I believe, unless they blocked it off in there, but that feeds all the way to Menteith, I believe.
How deep is it?
I don't know how deep it is.
You
Good
swim in it?
good
Just
bass
rode your dirt?
That was
bike?
one of the ones I never
Okay,
dove in.
okay.
But there were others, right?
All mud bottoms.
So,
Neat.
yeah. Very cool. Alrighty.
I'll be taking in the fall.
I want to encourage the algae.
I'm gonna go grab the bucket out of the door.
You want me to do it?
No, I've got it.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, I should have
It's
said
really
it.
No,
terrific
it's
rugby,
okay.
yeah.
To make it more.
You didn't know this was last one.
But I was really
Yeah,
amazed how
someone that wants
they're very
sneaking to attend our meeting or
self-sufficient. They
something.
have a lot of farms.
Yeah, I was fly on the ECB.
Take out those free dogs who make stuff out there.
It was like, like an eggplant, and it was just like a regular vegetable garden. That's great surprise. That's a great place.
You know, there's some amazing rugby players on the international scene, you know, some of them playing in Europe.
I couldn't get the door to stay unlocked, so I had to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for
They're
giving
very
me.
nicest people I've ever met.
yes.
I was like, I couldn't believe how nice they were.
It's interviews.
Alright.
Just
So bubbly and,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, you know,
Yeah, that was, I was
huge,
like, wow.
hulking people.
I said, I'm from New York State, we're rotten people.
Not all of us.
Well, compared to them, we are.
Yeah.
Talking about the Fijians?
Yeah, they were just the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
They were just, oh, it was amazing.
Very nice. Mike, we have 5275 Menteith Drive.
That's that shale project. They're clearing out underneath the existing dock on their property. They're clearing out shale because it's shifting and it's collapsing. So they're going to dig it out and move it 2 lots over on another parcel. So the issue originally was by placing this there, it's going to be 4 feet high, 100 square feet. They wanted to know.
By 50.
Yeah, it was big.
Right. And they wanted to know if it needed a variance from the stream that's there. So we talked, I thought it was a structure, but we talked to Chris Nadler and he said a structure is not defined as just placing that stuff there. It has to be constructed, it has to be built. So the DEC said it was okay to put that up there, even though it's got microorganisms and bacteria and all this stuff living in it, but
I think they kind of just blew it off, kind of the way I was.
So,
Yeah, they just kind of like, well, whatever.
so what was it from the DEC? Because we never saw it in permit.
Mike,
it
why
just
wouldn't
seemed.
they, Mike, why wouldn't they just truck it away
Yeah,
somewhere?
that's my question.
I don't know why they won't get rid of it, and they didn't give us any kind of explanation. I don't think they're, because of the microfauna that's in it, I don't think they're allowed to get rid of it, because maybe some of the stuff has to get back into the soil, and it's part of that ecosystem, so.
Scott Harder said it needed to be kept on site or it needed to be treated if it was going elsewhere.
Exactly, yep.
So
That's something new. 'Cause
it
I've worked on
can be
properties where they've
taken
done
elsewhere.
similar
That's
projects.
interesting.
I personally disagree with Chris Nadler's interpretation of structure, because when you read it, it says anything constructed or erected which requires permit, and it goes on, but then it says, or to something having permanent location on the ground, including but not limited to, and it goes through a whole list of things. And it says, patios, sidewalks, driveways, and impervious or substantially impervious surfaces.
Right, so like if you had like a gravel pit would be a structure, even though you're just dumping gravel there, it's gonna be there for a long time. You can't get any, no water's gonna go through it. So I thought it was a structure, but.
Yeah, this isn't that much different than a driveway or a stone patio, only much bigger.
Exactly.
And those need setbacks.
Yep.
So I completely disagree with their interpretation. And I don't know however everybody else feels, but
We wondered about how stationary this is gonna remain. I mean, it is gonna be dumped on a banked area over Menteith Creek. And actually, the DEC regs, which somewhere went into more detail, talked about the excavation materials not being in an area which is likely going to contaminate or end up into the waterway. So,
Yeah. With hard rain, it's gonna slide right back down.
yeah.
I think they're gonna have
I was-
a fence it.
Yeah, and I was thinking big sheets of shale, but
Yeah, no, that's more
it's
like
a little,
it's small.
No, shale is
Gravelly,
always,
like
yes, it's gravelly,
gravelly.
I mean, that's how the whole point was formed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Right.
it's called a point.
and you're gonna kill all the trees that you're
Yeah.
putting it on the roots
So
of.
they're gonna be taking some of the trees out of there, cause there's a pretty dense tree.
It is pretty dense back there.
Black walnuts, I think, and
I-
might have been some poplar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there
Is it
were,
visible from the road?
what's that?
Will it be visible from the road, or is it free?
Yeah,
There's a lot of zags there, but,
yeah, but just their trees,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's gonna,
the road's a little high.
So I don't know how people feel about the structure, but I think for them to be that close to Menteith Creek, they need a variance, cause I see it as a structure.
Yeah.
If a
I
driveway's a
agree.
structure, and so I'm going to suggest we put in an interpretation.
Yes,
And submit that to the zoning board. So
I think so too.
What is the intent with this pile?
I'll leave it there, I believe.
That's an open area up there.
This is all trees.
It's like a wooded area.
I mean, it's like a nice building, elevated spot from flooding.
We looked,
I don't know.
we did look at this one in 22. They were going to build a house back there.
Yeah.
They called it their cabin in the woods. And they did a couple of extension requests and then they let that lapse and withdrew it. So
They're
there's,
gonna wipe out all the trees.
No,
and
yeah.
And then,
Pile of rock
we
on
had a
it's gonna
lot
kill
of
the trees,
issues.
yeah.
we had a lot of issues with
And
it.
those trees stabilize the creek
Yeah.
section, creek section of the creek.
And this creek floods and there's houses like right
Right.
just on the creek bank right down here. So,
So I will provide some more information on the actual dredging of it.
okay,
In the note there from the Bureau of Habitat, there is flux right now in the DEC with Article 24 and what constitutes wetland. Permitting is still waiting on whether or not they actually have jurisdiction over certain areas. As of now, it's interpreted 12.4 acres and up, or unless mapped previously. So that's what the DEC habitat / permitting is dealing with right now. And there's kind of a freeze on any decisions until the next week maybe. So like Canandaigua Lake isn't considered a wetland, but some of the bays off of Lake Ontario, those whole areas are considered wetlands. So that's, it's not jurisdictional where they're digging it out of or taking it out of. But again, all they're doing is taking that out and not doing anything with the dock.
they're just
No,
dredging
it's
it
just-
because
it's filling in around it. It's been a
their
problem,
idea.
because I used to take care of that
Okay.
section, and it was always a problem. Every spring, all the shale would wash up onto the, and you'd have mounds of shale that you had to be regraded, and I mean, I never understood if the DEC, some people say, oh, you can't do that, the DEC's got to be involved with any kind of grading work on that
Yeah,
shale
if
line.
there's any kind of vegetation, then it might throw a flag where they're disturbing, aquatic or, plant materials that would be.
I think the
for
biggest thing is
fishing,
it's
but
just filled in around their dock, so they're probably where they put their boat hoist.
I'll walk across the hall tomorrow and ask more about it,
I mean, I don't know why they didn't
if
put
that works.
their docks out further.
Yeah, it would be good to know.
Maybe they can't.
But I think
But if they pile the shale on the ground, it's going to move again.
It just seems like
Go
something
back.
else is gonna
Yeah.
happen there,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you didn't get it the first
It
way,
moved
now
the
you're
first
doing it
time,
this
it's gonna go
way.
again.
Maybe people forget about it, they're putting in new, driveways down in there, basically, I mean, temporary or not.
I'm sure it was more economic to keep it,
Yeah,
keep it in their,
Yeah.
one of their parcels and that whole.
Well, if they have to pay to treat it, haul it away, it's probably expensive to treat it.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, if it was one thing, if it was out in the sun where the sun could be
Yeah,
back
but
working.
dry it and all that.
Money's always an issue.
Not for these people.
It's just funny. It's funny how much material that actually is.
that's a lot,
It is a lot of stuff, yeah.
but
I think it showed, there was a picture, I think, of an overhead that showed how much shale was around the,
Yeah, there's a photo in there,
Yeah.
in that packet.
Interesting.
okay.
I'm surprised if they have.
If you see
a
it
lot of money,
before I do,
they
let me
wouldn't
know.
pay to get rid of it.
So-
You can get it off the property.
Is
Yeah.
there?
there must be something there we don't, that, and more to it than that.
Special drawing.
But the
I
DEC
think
did,
it says image or something, Kim, I thought I saw,
Yeah, I
I know
saw
I saw the picture of
yeah.
something. Or it's actually in one of the reports, in one of
Yeah.
the
Oh, is it?
permits. There's a
Yeah, in
picture.
the town, I know that.
It might
I
have been
forgot
in one
what
of the
plan, but
permits.
they oversee something that the DEC would normally oversee, but basically, the town signed up to be in charge.
Lead
of it.
agency
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
I'm seeing that picture, not that one, but there was one in one of the.
Is this common
Is there
practice on
another
Canandaigua
permit?
Lake?
I don't,
it happens on occasion. I mean, one property I took care of on Rochester Point, you know, every year I had to grade it, and eventually it got so high, they had to come in and, but they hauled it all away.
How about the
But this
wetlands,
is
Scott
like,
Harder
this is like
wetland
15
one?
years ago, probably.
Is
But
it
that's,
Scott Harder wetland, it might be in that
I've
one.
heard of
I
the
know I saw, it
DEC
might be in there, I
coming
thought,
down
I
on
saw a
guys,
picture,
going in
a
there
photo.
and yard raking it and
There it is.
leveling it.
Yeah, you can't
They're saying-
have excavators in the water.
Well, it never was in the water, it was just a matter of,
Yeah.
One of those dogs.
You guys, there's a picture,
yeah.
One of those dogs.
when was that done? Area of interest.
Oh, so that's all being excavated.
Yeah, but you could almost see where the shale, even in the water, you could see kind of a line there where the,
So
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
can
be
see
dug
it.
down, did they actually say how deep down they're going? I mean, are they making a channel for another boat or something?
that's what I don't, if they can't take an excavator in the water, I wonder, are they gonna do it from a barge?
It's either a barge or
You probably
in the
have
dry
to.
season.
There was something else in the regs, they said they had to be removed from solid ground, it couldn't be
Yeah.
taken off of a barge or something.
It's a lot of truck traffic though, too.
Yeah.
Even in that small area,
Yeah,
that close to the lake, it's all running off into it.
And it was, and there, I could see, where they had mowed, you could see lines from the mowers, how saturated the ground was.
Yeah.
But the lake is high.
It is very hard, yeah.
so I will make a motion to submit a interpretation request. Any seconds?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, I will make that happen. And if there's a variance that, if they agree with us, if the ZBA agrees with us, then there would have to be a variance request for this, and we would get to comment on that too. But right now, it's a site plan, and I personally would ask the planning board to deny it. I think it is the wrong thing to do with that place on the creek bed, which is a trout stream.
One of the few.
Yeah, one of the few.
Oh dear, sorry.
No, it's all right. It happens. And you would wind up piling that and killing all those trees there.
Yep.
And that's not gonna be good, you're gonna
Well,
get,
and I think it sets not only the precedence maybe in the area, but like in the future, what happens if they wanna pull more out? Because, hey, we already let them, so they're just gonna keep on adding to
Yeah.
that pile.
yeah,
And all the
Yeah.
root zones of those trees are gonna be affected by that pile
Yeah.
down there. It's
and
gonna-
it goes right up,
Yeah.
right up to the trees that are going on the creek bed.
And they've gotta be taking some trees out of there because it's pretty solid.
It is pretty solid.
Or they're just gonna mound it around them and suffocate them.
Yes, that would kill them, yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
And it'll clear the site, so when all the trees are dug.
oh yeah,
Then they could build their house there.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know
Or
if
their
it's
pole
even
barn
possible.
that they're gonna
And
turn
cottage
into a
in the
house,
woods,
yeah.
Like like, what would be the plan as far as
by the
water
waterfall, that's
future,
the
I mean,
barn there.
Yeah,
I mean, if something like that, the town should get involved, there should be like some kind of management plan after the fact, cause you literally have an open mined area at that point. Yeah, I don't know.
But I just think this sets it up for more erosion.
it's-
You're not getting the benefits of the trees and all of that, the woodland on the creek. I think if all they wanna do is like pile stuff there, and like maybe sell it to the town.
Base material.
Yeah.
I got some low areas I gotta fill, that I can bring up to the farm.
Yeah,
Are those roads being fixed afterwards, were they temporary, or,
I believe it's something, let me
I saw the
pull this
grid,
up.
so I didn't know if that was just.
Temporary,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
stabilized sections. And then obviously they'll be fixing it afterwards.
Reestablishment of
All
that.
went away.
Yeah, that's why, that was,
Yeah.
when I saw, I'm like, why are they, but if there's some issue with the contaminating,
Yeah, he said that in the PRC, I think it was mostly like, biological stuff from the lake.
Kim, is there, it looks like there's a
For a
detail
landfill?
sheet, the second sheet is a detail sheet that might be like the fence that's gonna be used around there maybe?
The silt fencing, yeah, reinforced.
That's the area that's gonna be cleared out,
Detail.
right by the dock area there,
Yeah,
those contours. Or plan sequence.
97.
if you need me to blow it up more, okay?
So they got the turbidity curve,
Yeah, where would you haul stuff like this off to?
info.
Dispose of it, go to landfill?
I guess unless you had someone willing to accept it. I guess anybody could technically take it,
probably a construction landfill or something like that.
paying a lot per ton to dispose of. I mean, tens of thousands of dollars probably,
Well, probably.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if it'd be used for a base material for a driveway, I'm not sure.
We've never seen one of these before, I don't think, have we?
No. I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's important to get it right.
Oh.
Do you remember one? You're probably the longest.
I mean, I've been,
Yes,
I've
I
worked
know.
at properties where this has occurred,
you
but I don't know,
remember that.
I wasn't involved in the
Each
permitting
season, that's all.
process, so.
The only
You'll be
thing that I
nodding.
can remember there was
I
someone.
find that hard to believe, but
So that
it's
temporary
possible.
access road is basically a sub-base for a road.
The person who built it.
Or
Eight inches with
driveway, yeah.
Eight inches with a geotech
Yeah,
cell on
between
it,
them was
yeah.
there.
Right,
And
Like Tisback
it
almost.
took a motorized wheelbarrow to get
So,
So there'll be a lot of
Yeah.
compaction and like you'd wanna see the plans for how they're gonna
pretty much
fix
right
that
in
up, where that gravel's gonna go, if
But
you're just
they
gonna
were
fill out a
It's gonna be
stockpile.
heavy too, cause it's gonna be wet.
Tree roots.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big trucks, but
Yeah.
Person
they
who
could,
did that.
if like it was
sold
actually
after
temporary, they
9
could put
years.
down like timber mats or something else
Yeah.
instead of a base road,
Yeah, it's funniest thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know,
Nothing,
yeah, so
curious.
it's definitely something
Sure.
different.
Yeah, I mean, I think the town is within their rights to ask like, what's the future plan for it? Like,
Yes, I think so too.
I think the
Okay.
town should
Yeah,
ask that
yeah.
question.
They should, and they should ask, what will happen with the trees if they
Yeah,
pile
what's your plan
shale
for the
around it
future?
and all of that.
And it could be a bit of an eyesore,
Oh, well, you got Westlake Road
right?
right there,
Yeah,
Depending on
you
the
can
trees,
see into
You'll see it
those
in the winter
trees.
time.
And if those trees all die, you most definitely will
We'll
see
see
it.
it.
how high, how steep is that slope and how high would the pile be?
That slope isn't that,
Okay.
Yeah, 4-foot pile.
yeah,
I mean, the other question too is if we are getting these crazy rain events, like what's to say we get one that comes down there and starts washing that into the trout creek?
It'll just head down.
Back into the
You'll
loop.
It's
basically
gonna,
have a
if
block.
it's loose and
Someone's
it's
gonna have to go in there,
Yeah.
an emergency permit's gonna have to happen, then they're in a trout stream, and
Yeah,
then it
right.
becomes a real issue.
Yeah.
Well, originally that shale came from that stream, anyways.
Pull back,
Yeah, it's-
So, I mean,
yeah.
that is-
But it'll go back in with
It's
whatever's
eroded
on it.
once, and
Yeah.
it'll do it again, yes. It's not going to sit there forever.
That's why the gully's so deep and
So,
Right, for shale.
that's why they call it a point.
so the site plan is proposed. I make a motion that we tell the planning board to deny it.
Yeah.
Okay, a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Alright. Just in case, cause the interpretation may not go our way. And if you have anything that,
Yeah, I'll follow up.
news, just let me know.
I'll add some additional thoughts when I do get back to you on just
Okay,
what they're doing about the temporary roads, basically, what they're putting in,
okay,
where all that material's going, right? Cause it's 8 inches of stuff pressure run, so it's a lot.
so when we talked about this one a couple of years ago, there was a lot of conversation about when Menteith jumps its banks, which everything's jumping its banks now.
Yes.
And they were like trying to like redirect the water to another property, which I believe now has a house on it.
Yes, you can't do that, yes.
And so, yeah, it was kind of a crazy plan then, but there's none of that even for this. So they were like trying to like grade things and direct things before. This is just like dumping it there. So there's not even anything like that happening.
Did you do that site visit years ago?
Yeah.
I did.
Hiking through the brush and
Yeah,
stuff that's out
I
there?
went up
Yeah.
from Sarah Linda's on the other side of
Okay.
the creek.
I've got pictures from a couple of
Okay.
years back if you need any. And yeah, there was
Just remember, it was a long conversation on it then too.
No.
Yes, it was.
a very long
Yes.
conversation.
It's like head scratcher, like why?
Yeah, and they were calling it cabin in the woods, but they were like taking down all the trees.
And the lot coverage, that's one of the other issues that was.
Yes, yes, I know, mansion, yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's just much more.
This is generally synthetic people who.
It was
Yeah.
From property.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those areas in the town that's one of our prized areas, and it stinks like this is
Yeah.
the property you had, but like there's constraints.
And I wasn't joking, I'm like, if they really wanted, they could see if the town would buy it. I mean, it could be like a tiny little pocket park. I mean, you could have a spot for 1 or 2 cars, but right in the edge.
Yeah, I mean, and then for fishing and stuff, it's a great access point.
Yeah, just quiet, passive type of thing, and
Maybe they donate the shale mound.
Yeah, you take the shell mine, you can have it.
so.
For the prices of gravity through the roof, it's all part of it.
But I mean, yeah, there was black walnut, there was basswood, there was sycamore, there was cottonwood, there was dogwood. I did see bloodroot and jack in the pulpit in here, jewelweed. But of course there was invasive stuff here too.
Honeysuckle.
Garlic or the,
There was knotweed down in the stream.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
It's down there now.
there was knotweed down there.
with the mustard.
Awful.
I think there was garlic mustard.
Mustard.
I mean, I didn't see a lot of woody invasives, but there was some herbaceous ones. So, yeah. I thought it was a decent little piece of woodland at the time, so. Rarity down there. So, any other comments that anybody has for this one? Okay. Let's see. So Mike, I will put that interpretation request in either tonight or tomorrow,
Excellent.
so. I know I'm past deadline day, but there's one coming up later in the month, so. Let me get back to.
Well, I'll bring it to Dan and Kristen's attention. I'll see what they can do.
Okay. I know staff have, I remember like Doug Finch putting in interpretation requests when he disagreed with, interpretation, like zoning determinations and stuff like that in the past. So
Yes.
I know we can do it.
Yeah.
The town newsletter's going out next week. And I got one from Pat and.
You did, it's a little corny, but.
And Mark's coming. I liked it.
You liked it? Oh, good.
What's the title?
May is for moms,
Oh,
Yeah.
but animal moms,
oh,
Yes.
okay.
No, that's true.
environmental animal type moms. The fauna and the flora, not the typical.
And we have the display case. What's in the display case now? I don't remember.
Yeah, the shrubs, native shrubs.
Oh, very nice.
A lot of blooming ones and habitat type species, yes, changed it out, so that's what's.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Mhm.
And,
We'll have to do plants that grow in marshlands now. So my backyard is like a marshland. Yeah,
I love
that'd be a
it.
good one.
It's
Oh, I
beautiful shrubs.
Yes, it is. Butterflies love it, it's,
Oh,
it's
they do.
wonderful stuff,
they
yeah.
really do.
It's not in a swamp area, but I just water all that.
I see. Good on you, that's good.
Let's see, display case, project status updates, I don't think we have any right now.
No,
I would like to start making some more, things for landscaping, more guides for that. I know the planning board has been asking for that, so, hopefully we can do more.
What do you mean, a guide?
So like
did
there,
you go to Miller Park the other day?
so like,
No, I didn't.
Edith had created one for trees, small trees and shrubs. We could create one for like green plants like perennials and vines. We could create something that lists out like the things we don't wanna see, so
Right.
your invasives or near invasives.
Yeah, I find mine sometimes.
It is, but I mean, so like the state of Pennsylvania, they're really active in like updating their stuff. I think New York takes a lot longer.
Do we still have like the links on there to, I guess, like the EC and other source areas? And was it the town of Victor you said was the one that had the really thorough one?
They have an amazing one.
Yeah.
So I would take some notes from that.
Okay.
So.
I think that was one of my things years ago before the treaty took over, so I went back into that too.
Okay.
Just like a little brochure, or just like a handout for everybody coming in, basically.
A handout or coming up with like a list.
Okay.
And,
Not this, but this kind of thing.
Do you like?
yeah, anything like that. I know the planning board and actually, the development department are both asking for that type of stuff, and they're kind of looking for us to.
Well, the tree
Take the lead.
committee does have a list of recommended trees and a list of recommended shrubs
Mhm.
with pictures.
I love yours. Yours
Yes.
is, I think, fine as it is. I think the tree one needs some
Probably
more work.
does, yes, I need to tactfully take hold of it. Maybe add some visual stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Would help.
I think that would, cause yours had some little more detail on some of the trees, and so,
Well, that's helpful.
it is, yeah.
That's kind of what the display is about. Mostly those are, shrubs because people are planting them right now,
Mhm.
so.
So, I would love to see that. I'd like to see our work with the climate smart community go forward. They were talking in the Public Works meeting the other day that they've got an outstanding grant for I wrote it down. Let me see if I tell you it right.
They got money to spend.
It was an energy audit grant.
Oh,
And it had languished for a while, but I think that would feed directly to the climate smart.
Community, yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of looking through what other communities have done that have bronze and silver rating, do focus on the town or city infrastructure. And I don't know if, you know, with the recent construction here, if anything was updated, which would, if they have no HVAC or,
I think
all
there-
the lighting and
Got rid of-
that stuff
I
is a big-
do
kind of
believe
stuff.
there was changes in the HVAC because they had to change things.
okay. Put in a coal-fired,
So,
but yeah, there's some grants also, with that, we missed the last cycle, but, you know, having a rating of at least bronze would certainly add to it. Some communities, have gotten money for putting solar panels up on their municipal buildings. I think we were looking at the,
For the whole-
looking at the barn, as a highway.
Yeah,
that's a great
I think you recommended that when they were doing everything for it.
Roof's not structurally capable of it.
And then, where the fill is going for wherever they're doing down there was a perfect site for a solar field.
Yeah,
yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to see some of that, and I'll reach out. John Fellow was the one talking about the
Okay.
grant, so
Yeah,
I'll have to reach out to him and,
yeah, I'll send you some thoughts and
okay.
And who is the woman that worked with regarding this, remember
I'd have to
yeah, I
look
don't
back through the minutes to get her
know.
name.
Involved again.
Rachel Scudder,
I think
is
you're
that
right.
the name? Yeah, and one of the things she mentioned that I think is really powerful for the town was that the state was looking at some of these other things, these other check boxes being checked when they're looking at like some of the big grants like the CFA and stuff like that. That's where they give like many millions. So it could be very beneficial for the town. And the tree team is part of the ECB. So did the tree team meet recently?
They did, we met, when did we met? You didn't make the last meeting.
No.
But they were going to do a planting, like a tutorial planting at Miller Park. I wasn't able to go Tuesday, but something happened Tuesday at Miller
Yeah,
Park.
they did a tutorial with the park staff.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
which included planting and proper pruning and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they don't chop down newly planted raspberry shrubberies from the previous season, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
and there was an Arbor Day planting also
Okay.
at Richard Outhouse Park.
I haven't been to
Which I
Miller
did get there.
in a while, but somebody asked me the other day, do they let the grass grow in certain
Yes,
areas?
do.
Okay,
Yes, they do.
good.
It is supposed to be a grassland habitat,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why there are some birds there.
Yeah.
Good.
The birds and the butterflies.
That
and
they
things.
don't
It's
find in
nice.
other places, yeah, you know, it's great, but they do
Yeah.
mow it down in the fall
Oh, okay.
after
And then let it
everything's
grow.
dormant,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it self-seeds and it's very good
Yeah,
for them.
good.
We're still talking about that
Their
here too.
bobolinks show up, you know, which you
Wait,
know,
where?
at Miller Park.
Oh, Miller, yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of the
So
few
there's
places
those.
they will, yeah.
Savannah's famous too.
There is, of course, I think one buckthorn tree at Miller Park that
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
That has to go.
happens to be
Uh-oh.
growing where something else died, and that has I mean,
Those
go back and-
invasives, they
Is it
just
paid
find,
or-
they just come up, don't they?
They
Oh, yeah.
do.
They
Well,
produce so many berries that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
the
how
birds
thick
carry them.
buckthorn can get until I was out in Illinois.
It's
And you
awful.
can't walk through it
You
because it's
can't
a
walk through it.
wall
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
of saplings like that big and
Right.
dense.
Wow.
And it's hard for
That's what
machines
my-
to cut it because it's so stringy and springy that
And
it
it
makes
will
it tough.
sprout right back up
You know,
Yeah.
if you don't have herbicide it.
Yeah.
That's what my woods were like, you could not walk through, and I have beaten it back for a long time.
Going-
But there were trees this big, you know, and
I had one out near the road and the road crew took an hour and a half to cut it down.
oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah, they were out there
I'm quicker.
forever. And that tree was just laughing at him.
Yes, it's kind of tough wood, and a
Yeah.
lot of times it's multiple stems, you
Yeah.
know, I got conked on the head with one that had 4 stems.
Yeah,
But, got
so,
a 20-inch steel. I'm pretty good.
It's all serious sauce.
It's a serious
Yeah.
thought.
so, I had sent out an email, I was gonna put a report in from us
Mhm.
into the newsletter.
Yeah.
Did anybody have
I saw
any
that.
comments?
The graphic was great.
Thank you.
I like that very much. A picture is worth 1,000 words. That helps a lot.
I put words, but
Yeah, no.
people will go.
No, that was really clever, really good.
Okay,
Yeah, I thought anyway.
excellent. I will include that in the newsletter. I don't think a lot of people know what we do, so.
Yeah.
Did anybody have anything else they wanted to share or talk about?
We should take a picture, the whole committee's here.
It has been hard.
Yes.
We're on the camera, so if anyone wants to see it, they go on YouTube.
Get your fix, you can watch the new one.
Hello.
Okay.
So,
That is funny that we never are all together.
it's hard.
It's a rarity.
It's-
You ever rewatch the recordings?
No.
I did not know that on YouTube.
Have you?
I am.
I want to know how many like people view these things. I don't know which one.
It depends.
Surprisingly, there'll be some hit, like
Yeah,
some,
Yeah.
it depends what the different groups are talking about.
Mhm.
Because if you get like a hot topic,
Yeah.
it would get a lot more
They're on you,
hits.
yeah.
Be very careful what we say.
Go on.
Now I'm gonna have to.
It's all good.
someone would have said something by now.
A lot of times my mouth gets ahead of my brain.
Actually, I think we share a lot of good
I
information,
think we
so.
do, yes.
But,
It outweighs whatever. Stupid stuff you say though.
well, if there's nothing else, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second it?